Greetings, Commanders! It's Ryant1UM here, and today we are back in Stellaris Console Edition with the official release of the Lithoids DLC. Now, alongside the Lithoids DLC, the 2.6 Vern update dropped for free on Xbox and PlayStation, and I gotta say, there is so much content packed into this update, as well as the Lithoids DLC itself. However, today, we're only going to be touching on all of the Lithoids mechanics, and then in a separate video, we will be going over all of the 2.6 Vern changes, so look forward to that video as well. So, Lithoids. Lithoids is the brand new species pack that has come to Stellaris Console Edition, and it's by far one of my favorites next to Humanoids. When Humanoids came out, it was definitely one of my favorites, but Lithoids adds so many cool portraits to the game, and we're going to go through each and every single one of them. That way you can see all of them and make an informed decision on whether or not you're going to purchase this DLC. So those are all of the portraits for Lithoids, and I gotta say, there's so many really cool ones inside of this species pack, because it can add so much flavor and so much spice to your rockin' good empires. So alongside the species portraits as well as the ship pack, there is indeed a brand new trait that comes along with the Lithoid species. Now, the Lithoid species has a silicon-based biology and consumes minerals rather than food. They're tougher than traditional organics and have a slower metabolism, making them long-lived but slow to reproduce. Now, you get this perk for free, or you get this trait for free, obviously. It's the same thing as if you play as a machine intelligence or a hive mind. You just get an extra trait in there. So what this means is you consume minerals instead of food for your food. Your pop growth speed off the bat is negative 25%, but you get a plus 50% habitability, you get a plus 50% army health, and you get a plus 50-year lifespan for your leaders. That is insane. Some of these leaders, if you combine them with other perks and begin to upgrade their extended lives, these things can live for 200, 300 years and be just completely fine. So not only do you get the species portraits as well as the new trait, you actually also get a brand new mechanic that was introduced in this update with 2.6 Vern, which is Origins. Now, the Origins for the Lithoids is very specific. It is known as Calamitous Birth. Not native to their homeworld, these Lithoids have arrived there when a meteorite slammed into the planet and killed off most of the native life. Now, what does this start with? Well, you start with a massive crater deposit on your homeworld, giving you additional total districts and mining districts. You're also able to build the meteorite colony ships, which travel at greater speed, but damage their target planets. Now, obviously, you have to be a Lithoid in order to have this origin, but we'll get into more of that as we take a look at the in-game mechanics with Calamitous Birth. But it's very nice to have this little extra flavor alongside this species pack. And after the origin, you can come to your advisor voice and play the new Lithoid voice.
Pebbles roll downhill, mountains stand tall. Geodes, rocks, mountainsides, lend me your ears.
And the final bit of detail that comes with the Empire creation within your Lithoid Empire is the new Lithoids ship set. Now, the Lithoid ship set is by far one of the most gorgeous ship sets that have ever been included within Stellaris. The humanoid ships, as you know, as I've said before in a lot of my playthroughs before, have always been my favorite because they're very Star Wars. However, the Lithoids, it embraces the word asymmetry, and I love that, because I never would have expected a spaceship that's asymmetrical and rocky and pointy to look better than some of the other ships that are in the game, but you will get a chance to take a look at those as we head into the gameplay. So here we are in the year 2343 with the Republican Oracle Nations. This is the empire that I went ahead and created and played through until the year about 2345 with the Lithoid DLC. Now within this, I'm going to showcase a lot of the different mechanics and features that have come with the Lithoids DLC, including a look at every single ship, so that you can make an informed decision on whether or not you like the designs. And so now you know what I mean when I was talking about asymmetry within the ship design. It's a very different look than a lot of the ships that we've already seen in Stellaris Console Edition, but let me know what your favorite one is down there in the comment section. I'm eager to hear what you guys are going to say about which one is your favorite. So, rounding out today's Lithoids DLC showcase, we're going to touch on something that I think is a very minor detail, but is something that's very, very cool to the whole realm of Lithoids, and that is custom Megastructure designs. Now, the interesting thing about the Megastructures with the Lithoids DLC is instead of having the really metallic kind of polymer-based, technologically advanced looking structures that we're normally used to seeing, they're the same structures, but they're made from stone and gem. Now, this is something that I didn't notice until I played it on PC, and then I wanted to see if it was going to come to Xbox as well, and sure enough, it did. So you can see that the gateway right here is made out of the green color that's one of the parts of my flag, and then you've got this kind of rugged stone look to it. And it's honestly a very nice touch. It's a minor detail, like I said, but it's still a cool detail to help personalize and create that identity in your own empire. Now, not only does it go with the gateways, but it does go with each and every megastructure. So you can see here that the Dyson Sphere, although it is not complete, you can see that the inlays look a bit like they're stone, rather than, the metallic kind of super technologically advanced architecture that we've seen before. And you can see that it has the stone texture to it as well, but then it also has the lights that are kind of interlaced within them too, giving it that technological achievement, that technological look. And I really, really like the way that that looks. Now, unfortunately, I don't have all of the megastructures complete. However, I would be interested to hear what your guys' favorite is, with the color combinations and the Lithoids combinations on which megastructure looks the best. I think the gateways look the best. The Dyson Sphere looks amazing once it's complete, but let me know what you guys are thinking down there in the comment section. Which one do you think would look the best? And then, while we're here, we can actually go ahead and take a look at the outposts. So these are just the frontier outposts, the things that you can use, or the things that you build in order to expand your territory. They're a very, very peculiar shape, but they're one of the coolest things out there. So this is just the regular frontier outpost, nothing special, but let me show you the big papa, the Citadel. So here you can see in my home capital we have our Citadel, and the Citadel it's just a giant, massive rock and crystalline palace, and it's beautiful. The way everything kind of glimmers in the starlight and just, you know, gets picked out throughout the darkness of space, it's beautifully done. The model looks incredible, and this one is a mix of mostly shipyards and then a trade hub, which is just so cool to see. Then we also have the construction ship model, which I think does look very, very nice. It's very cool, and it actually has a lot more symmetry than we're used to seeing with a lot of the Lithoid ships. So I think that's a nice change of pace, but honestly, it's just one of the prettiest looking construction ships ever. And then finally we have the Asteroid colony ship, and you can see it zooming across the space system right here, or the solar system right here. This is your colony ship, one of your colony ships, as the Calamitous Birth origin as a Lithoid. What this does is it will slam into the surface of a planet and create a large crater. Now the problem with the craters and the problem with this colonization type is it will destroy 50% of the habitability on that planet. So you gotta hit your planets, you know, properly, and you don't want to hit ones that have 100% habitability with you, because then you're gonna really be hurting as far as habitability goes. However, there is a very cool thing that you can actually do with the colony ships that you see right here, and it's a bit cheesy, I'll give you that, but it's a great way to get a lot of free pops from the beginning. So find yourself a planet that is not, you know, it's not very habitable for your species, and or one planet that you're okay with losing. Name it Pop Farm, because it's pretty much that, it's a pop farm. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to go ahead and colonize this planet with your meteor ship. So the Lithoid meteor ship we've got right here, it's just kind of chilling, and it says that it's going to be low habitability. Now once the asteroid slams into the surface, which you can see here on the planet modifiers that we've got Lithoid craters out the wazoo right here, once it slams into the planet's surface, you can actually begin to surface your Lithoids that are actually dug into the ground. The Calamitous Birth allows you to have free pops on your home planet, as well as any planet that you colonize with the asteroid ship. So once the asteroid slams into the surface of the planet, you can actually begin to clear the pops and start the planet with 3 pops on the planet already, and then you can just transfer them to another planet and rinse and repeat. Because the colony ship doesn't cost that much, because it doesn't cost alloys, instead it costs this, minerals, 450 minerals. And honestly, with a Lithoid species, you'll have a ton of minerals in the beginning of the game. So that is everything that is included within the DLC with the Lithoids. There's a lot of content packed into just a species pack, and it honestly adds a ton of flavor for those of you wanting to roleplay, those of you wanting to just have an all-around incredible experience with a new thing. It's certainly one of the cooler DLCs, and with 2.6 Vern, it makes it even better. So let me know if you guys are planning on picking it up down there in the comment section. I'd love to hear if you guys were excited about this. Are you excited for the future of what's coming within Stellaris Console Edition? I would love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section. Thank you once again to Paradox Interactive for sponsoring today's video. And until next time, guys, this is Commander RYANT1UM signing off.